fucking, I'm like, wow, this is just such a bunch of bullshit. And let's not forget that fucking Mike Longboat also looked a whole lot like Paul Flores does now. Similar. And the other motherfucker that lived across the street who knew Mike also looked a lot like Paul Flores does now in the year 2021. And you understand? Real fucking interesting that Mike passed away 28 days later after leaving my house. After fucking seeing that fucking what was going on was not right. And whether Mike was a piece of shit or Mike wasn't a fucking piece of shit, really, to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter fucking because Mike was trying. Right? That's what mattered. But, you know, his probation officers are like, oh, you can't be around each other, you know, bad influences and all, and, you know, this and that, and, you know, he has to leave. And then, you know, 28 days after Mike leaves my house, Mike's dead. Longboat, who looked a lot like Paul Flores, who also looked like a person by the name of fucking, well, I don't even know what the fucking other jerk-off's name was. But if for some reason he shows up underneath my name in Google quite a bit. The other person that looked like Paul Flores. Wow. And as far as the Pazuzu thing, yeah. And there's the fucking picture of fucking Paul Flores and fucking Pazuzu. Because that was taken the day that I was standing right fucking there. 10 months after the fucking Paul Flores, Kristen Smart thing. Fucking, actually not a year after that, which means 10 months after fucking I found out from Paul Flores what the fuck he did. Was murdering him an option? Should I have just fucking murdered him? Where would I have put the body? Wow. Which then brings us just about 2019. Actually, it brings us into 2019. 2019. I finally go to one of Ariana's shows. And yet, after going to one of Ariana's shows, I look at videos of the show that I was at, and there's no fucking... There was somebody wearing the same color shirt as me. But as far as me standing where I should have been standing, there was no fucking me standing there. And I was standing there the whole fucking show. I could find the person that was directly underneath me, even if the pictures weren't 100%, you know, high def. I could find the person that was underneath me wearing the same color shirt. But what should have been in plain sight, like this fucking huge fucking dude standing there with the same color, basically, shirt. None of that. No video with that in it. Seemingly, I'm saying to myself, what the fuck? And then to think from that show, not only do I find this just laying on the fucking ground, an unbelievable fucking diamond. laying on the fucking ground at my feet with a crow 15 feet away, not even 10 feet away, crowing. So I look at the crow, and then I look down and I see the fucking diamond. I'm like, holy fucking crap, it's a fucking diamond. Just laying there. Bring it to a couple jewelers. They'd say, oh, it's not a diamond, but I'll give you some money for it. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And either way, fuck the credit card that went missing down in Florida somewhere. I'm not missing another fucking Christmas with my mom. And even before that, before me leaving to go down to see her, one last time, all of a sudden I bring up fucking dude. Guess who pops up? Fucking dude. Talking to my friend Ann. All of a sudden, poof. Motherfucker pops up. Just like the first time. Magically just fucking popped up. CeeLo. Real funny, man. All of a sudden, Matt starts getting a job. The guy that she fucking hangs out with. Fucking my boy that I met back in fucking Timmy Coleman's house. Ain't boys no more, right? Only to find out only a fucking few weeks ago, I'm like, wait a minute, I remember the first time I met this guy. That was even before I met Ann. Wow, man. That was around about the time that I fucking uncovered the 3 cemeteries that were all fucking back to back from one another. Different than the Indian burial ground, which turned out to be a serial killer's burial ground, and different than other stories. This was, more attached to the fucking whole, More people hating me for absolutely no fucking reason, just because they wanted to fucking talk shit behind the fucking boss's back. Are you serious? Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. But it's funny how I just find this rock laying on the fucking ground. It's not a rock. It's a fucking diamond, man. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Sorry. Just gonna put it out there. Ain't no fucking rock. That ain't fucking glass. Nobody offers you $15 fucking dollars for a piece of glass like they were saying it was. So I find all that real fucking interesting, and I find it interesting even more so that I go down to see my mom one last time for Christmas, and I find it real fucking interesting, and to check why my real mother, Tammy, tells me that there's bruises that nobody knows how they got there, but she has her suspicions that it's my brother putting the bruises on my mother's arm. And that was the same thing that was happening to his mom. There was bruises showing up on her arm before she passed away. And the bruises that were ended up on my mother's arm, I was told, were possibly from my brother. And that made me remember the whole fucking, that's the same thing that was happening to his mom before she passed away. So I came down to Florida pretty fucking pissed off, but in a somewhat calm mood to try to figure out the real fucking story. And sure as shit, when me and my brother were walking up to the store to go get some fucking beer, well, why would you be doing that? Well, because I was trying to figure out calmly, before killing somebody, what the fuck went down. And my brother is a cunt, by the way. That's why I find it real interesting that coming out of that store, maybe it was a day later after I got there that night, fucking went up to the store a few times, drank some fucking beers, tried to pass out, tried to get some sleep, didn't. Next fucking day, I'm pretty fucking sure, is when literally fucking, I ended up going to jail. When the fuck did I get there? 10th? Maybe I think I got there on the 10th, the 11th. So then it was like the fucking... The point being is that, so then I fucking bumped into Pop Smoke pretty much right after I got there. As I was coming out of the store with my brother down the fucking side street, there's fucking Pop Smoke. And I said to myself, like, now I didn't know he was Pop Smoke. His name was introduced to me as Malik or Malik. And I said to myself, no matter what the fuck this guy's name is, I've seen this guy before. Where the fuck have I seen this guy before? And, you know, throughout jail, fucking, because the next day my brother starts his shit, knocking my phone out of the fucking hand. Knocking this phone out of my fucking hand. Once, twice, 3 fucking times. That's it. Bam, that's it. I took him out. I fucking took him out. I took him down. Fuck that shit. You're putting bruises on my fucking mother, blah, 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 this, that. Nah, fucking way. You're getting taken the fuck down. I'm not dealing with this dumb shit. And I'm thinking the fucking cops ain't gonna fucking like what I have to fucking say either. But no. Instead, the cop comes through the fucking door, Mr. fucking hero himself, Mr. Robert Lee Ashley. And fucking, and what does he do? He lays his fucking hand on the Dark Lord. Well, you don't want to lay your fucking hand on the Dark Lord, Mr. Robert Lee fucking Ashley. You know, but, you know, hey, look, that's cool. I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people died. Fucking congratulations. I fucking warned you, motherfuckers. I said, next motherfucker that puts their fucking hand on me, that's a fucking cop. And that little fucking virus that I put a stop to, not once, but twice, okay? COVID Mr. 19 fucking is gonna get fucking released. And guess what happened when I was in jail? Poof, there you go. COVID-19, fucking nice and released. A lot of people are dead. Thanks a lot, Robert Ashley. We all appreciate it. Anyway, the other cops were just there to talk to me, to figure out what the fuck was going on. And I believe that completely. I was showing them my fucking hands in the air. Put your hands up, put your hands down, put your hands up, fucking whatever. He's got a weapon in his hand. It was actually my phone. I'm like, it's my broken phone. I want my brother arrested, blah, blah, blah. And Robert Lee Ashley just had to escalate the fucking situation like, you know, a cunt. And what's really interesting is that all before that happened, I met Pop Smoke. And Pop Smoke, which was introduced to me as Malik or Malik or whatever the fuck, you know? I said, where the fuck have I seen this kid? Oh, wait a minute. And then I come out of jail. I realize fucking, and I look up, you know, when certain rappers passed away, and I'm trying to fucking figure out, and then I come across this other rapper kid named Pop Smoke passed away. I'm saying, holy shit, that looks like the fucking guy I met right before the day I got into the argument with my brother. Where the fuck have I seen this motherfucker before? Oh, wow, that's right. Not only did I bump into Malik in between FBI Headquarters A and FBI Headquarters B on Long Island, but I also bumped into Malik or whatever, Pop Smoke, in the church all those years ago. Right around the same fucking time that all this shit was going down, where I was being fucking sanctioned, and, you know, then there was the Daryl incident, and then, you know, the helping Mr. Man Frank, and, you know, it's like, you know, but then they burned into this and that, and then fucking everything else. Right. So where does Pop Smoke get fucking, he gets popped over in fucking California. 2 months while I'm in jail. Wow. Fucking wow. 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 And then, of course, I'm about to lose my place. There's no hot water. Still. Oh, let's not forget about the other incident, too, where before I even moved into this place, years prior, I get brought to a lawyer's office. They want to talk to me about the contracts, blah, blah, blah. The person that's walking out of the back of the lawyer's building before I'm walking in hands me a little tiny novelty thumb knife. Okay? That cleans your fingernails. All right? Less like this big of a fucking blade. No bigger than fucking the end of my thumb nail. He's like, go in there. He's like, he's ready to talk to you about the contracts, but he's like, yeah, go in there. He's like, he's gonna think it's funny. Pull this out and go, I want my money. Yeah. And I pull out the little novelty knife and I'm like, I want my money. And freaking the guy's like, oh, okay, no problem. And he opens up the fucking drawer, takes $2 million and puts the $2 million on top of the desk. And I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, no, I'm not taking this. He's like, no, go ahead. It's yours. And then I'm like, are you serious? And the minute I touched the one stack of fucking money, he's like, I just want you to know that you're robbing from us right now. And then he called the fucking feds on me. It's really interesting to the fact that, this house, once I realized where the fucking landlord's office was, I realized, wow, look at this. This is the same motherfucking office that all transpired in. And who was the fucking person there that handed me the novelty thumbnail cleaner before I walked into that office? He was walking out saying he's ready for you. David Lee, a.k.a. Frank Gallo. It's really funny that, when Sean Allen turned around to me and started to read me my cousin Matthew's therapy report, the same cousin Matthew who molested a child, my mother, Tammy, told me how many times Matthew fucking would, that he was caught molesting some fucking kid's little fucking baby in a fucking closet. Yeah. It's funny that Mr. Sean Allen, when he was reading off my fucking record about how, like, I was abused when I was a kid and, that, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And, that my mother used to abuse me and molest me and, all this other shit. And I'm saying to myself, wow, that's really fucking interesting, Because it seems like they were trying to fucking switch me out with my fucking cousin Matthew. Wow. 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 There was another important thing about this. The desk with the $2 million. The motherfucker calling the feds on me. The feds showing up and saying, fucking, what the fuck? They're like, where's the money? I'm like, the money's back in the fucking office. I'm like, I never touched the fuck. I touched the money, but I didn't take the fucking money. I didn't take any of the fucking money. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. You know when the feds looked into the fucking video because the guy said, well, where? Because then they were like, well, where's the gun? I said, what do you mean, what gun? I was like, it was a fucking little thumbnail thing that fucking. It's like, well, you pulled a weapon on him. It's like, no, I pulled a fucking little tiny novelty fucking thumbnail cleaner. Well, they had fucking supposedly doctored a video prior to that, fucking of me brandishing a fucking gun. Wow, man. 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 That's what else. It's funny because supposedly Patty. Now, this was long gone, remembering that, this is the girl that tried setting me up when I was a kid and fucking called the cops on me, the fucking sheriffs, and then all of a sudden the fucking feds showed up. It's funny how many years after that? 10? 12? Fucking years after that? 10 years after that? 11 years after that? Fucking, it's really funny that my cousin Matthew was accused of fucking raping this girl, Patty. And then everybody's talking all this shit, and Patty's story was, the last person that was there was Matthew. And it's really funny that, they're trying to switch me out with Matthew, right? My fucking therapy reports, which weren't therapy reports, they were supposed to be mostly fucking documents fucking being sent to the fucking agencies to keep up with my fucking progress, right? Okay? That's one. But then I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's really funny that, when Sean Allen was reading me my fucking report that somehow he was able to get, but my own fucking grandmother and a fucking judge could not get their fucking hands on. It's really funny that all this weird shit that fucking should have been in my cousin's therapy or permanent folder, permanent file, was in mine. And Patty, there's that whole incident with fucking, now we didn't get to that part. We did not get to that part. Sean Allen read me a few things. I said, that's not my fucking, that's you're reading me bullshit that's in fucking my cousin's report. What the fuck? Why would that be? Dude, wow, man. So there's another fucking red flag. But then I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's really funny because, you know what? After supposedly Matthew raping Patty and me were still friends. And I asked Patty, I said, well, what happened between you and my cousin? And she said, she's like, Anthony, she's like, he was the last one that was with me. We were both like laying down together in a room, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And fucking, he was the last one with me. But I don't remember having sex with him. Now, she goes, I just woke up and the next thing, like, I felt like something was wrong. Now, that's where it gets really interesting because at that point, I'm thinking Patty was a little fucking crazy. She was my friend. I hate saying this, but, it's like, so I flirted with her. We ended up freaking hooking up once or twice. She never, as far as I know, Patty never, ever fucking said anything bad about me. But then again, it's now making me wonder, so she wasn't supposed to. Because at this point in time, what was supposed to happen is that fucking me and my cousin Matthew was supposed to be switched out. So it wouldn't make complete fucking sense if there was shit talked about both of us, if they were switching my cousin Matthew out with me in the end. And then even my own mother, right as my grandmother who raised me is passing away, my own mother saying that she's not my mother, my real mother, Tammy, is telling me that she's not my real mother. Wow. 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 Oh, and let's not forget where Gerald Schur passed away. Gerald Schur. So just as I start to wake up to a bunch of other shit, and then all of a sudden, Gerald Schur passes away in August of 2020. And a day, 2 days later, 3 days later, they're rushing my mother off to the fucking hospital, trying to fucking have her die on my birthday. And then the day that she actually is the day that, right before, 45 minutes or so before, the day that Tupac died. Now, I don't know if Tupac was pronounced dead at the scene. Oh, no, well, that wasn't, no, that he got shot on September 7th. He passed away on September 12th. My mother, September 12th, or was it the 13th? And my mother passed away the day before, just before. He would have, so many years later, so many years prior. 45 minutes before freaking the day that supposedly Tupac passed away. Wow. 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 I want my money. Wow. 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 Yeah. Wow. 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 I don't know what to say about any of it. Because that's how fucking, wow. Just wow. 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 Wow.